Yeah, so my name's Amaan Islam. I'm 23 years old and I'm from the US. And I think for the most part, my struggle's always been my weight, just because, people online, they'll always say, oh, just go to the gym, just get like 1 gram of protein per body weight and stuff. And I did that. I did go to the gym. I've spent like 2 hours a day doing like push-pull legs and everything. But my problem was that when I would go to the gym, I would be mentally drained the rest of the day.
Mm,
And so I had to make a choice. Either I can go in the morning when I have the most motivation to go to the gym,
mm,
but then my mental energy would drop the rest of the day. Or I can go later at night, but if when I go at night, it would end up impacting my sleep and my sleep would go down. And so it's like either or I would end up like having like negative aspects of it. And it really made me not even want to work out because it's like I feel like negatives outweighed the positives. But once I got into Adonis school, once Hamza started telling me how, you know, you're overworking yourself,
mm.
your testosterone's like declining when you're pushing yourself to the max, you're doing every set to failure. When I started to like take a step back, actually like value my testosterone over my like the output I'm putting into like lifting weights and stuff, I've noticed that I'm making more progress in like the last couple of months with my physique compared to like the last 2 years when I've been lifting weights.
Wow, that's amazing. Let me ask you a question, right? It's interesting that you said testosterone because I feel like 99% of all these influencers and fitness experts on YouTube, Instagram, they don't have to worry about testosterone because they're all on steroids. Like there's an epidemic. And they tell young men to do the exact same workout as them, which is complete nonsense most of the time because when you're enhanced and you're injecting steroids into your body, your circumstances are completely different to like some fat kid who has like low testosterone, high estrogen. And you know, if you were doing 2 hours a day, like per workout, that's intense. How did it feel having that realization that, you know, before Adonis school, you were following these influencers and it turns out their advice is it's mostly garbage? Were you disappointed? Were you like, shit, I've wasted a long time following this nonsense?
Yeah, because I'm like I've made so much more progress in like the 5 months I've been in Adonis school
Hmm.
compared to like the 2 years I've been working now. So I'm like, damn, I wasted all my time following shitty advice from people who like are lying to like their audience and stuff.
Yeah, yeah,
So
100%. Hamza actually did, I think it was a post and a video where he shows, like in detail, his entire blood work. So his testosterone, his estrogen, and everything. And it's a shame that not many other influencers out there do the same because obviously they'll get caught out if they do it. You know, when your testosterone's like 10 times the normal man, clearly they're using something. So you mentioned that you joined Adonis school, you went on Hamza's calls, and he opened your eyes. What exactly did you do when it came to your testosterone? So apart from reworking your entire workout, how did you make sure that your testosterone was at its peak, like the highest it can be?
he mentioned living like our ancestors. You know, our ancestors, my grandfathers, my grandfather's grandfathers, their testosterone, their low testosterone for them is high testosterone for people of my generation.
100%.
And so I he's started saying that, our ancestors, they weren't eating processed foods. They weren't eating carbohydrates and stuff. They were eating unprocessed foods, mostly meat, dairy, butter,
Mm,
nuts, as like natural as you can get. If it doesn't grow from the ground or if you can't find it in nature,
mm,
cut it out. Cereal, you can't grow cereal, cut it out. You can't grow Cheetos, you can't grow like Snickers. Cut out everything that doesn't grow in nature and just
mm,
start eating the foods that you can find naturally. So I did that, started getting more sunlight because I work from my computer desk. Like I have windows behind me, so like I used to like cope saying, "Oh, I'm getting sunlight every day because I have my windows open and shit." But you just like actually just go out, go for like half an hour walk a day, like when the sun's out, get the sunlight into your eyes. That literally sets you up for the rest of the day,
Yeah.
like your testosterone and stuff. So like getting sunlight, eating properly, tracking my sleep. Like I have this Whoop band now. I've got this like 5 months ago. It's like the best purchase of my life because like I'm sleeping better and like I'm tracking my HRV, I'm tracking my resting heart rate. It's literally I have like screenshots that show like my heart rate, like my resting heart rate when I started down to school, and like now, as well as my HRV. Like I've tripled my HRV,
Wow.
my resting heart. Yeah, like I can send the screenshots if you want.
Yeah, please, let's see it.
Yeah, so let me show you. So how do I send it? Do I just like drop it in chat?
Yeah.
So HRV when I first started, oh, it's sending right now. My HRV when I first started at Adonis school, like around end of April, beginning of May, was averaging between like 30, 35. At my lowest, it was like 28
Okay.
and still sending. Huh? And then I took another screenshot around like the end of August, and my HRV went up to 86. So like literally triple my HRV in like 4 months.
Okay. Now, for anyone watching that isn't familiar with HRV, tell me what's the benefit to your life by improving this?
So, you know, when your heart is beating, let's say
Wow.
your heart's beating 60 times a minute,
Mm-hmm.
you don't want your heartbeat to be one time a minute, one time a second, like consistent um heart rate. You want there to be some variance to it. So maybe one heartbeat in like 1.5 seconds, like 0.75 seconds. You want a little bit like of variability because when your heart rate is consistent, it's what's the word? Oh, I completely forgot, but it's basically,
It's better.
are you able to describe it better?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's better,
Yeah,
basically.
exactly. That's fine. It's just people need to understand that this, because when I heard you say the change in your HRV, that's incredible. Like that's one of the best I've seen, especially in such a short amount of time, because you've not just improved physically, you've also improved like internally. Because many men, they care so much about the external features of their health, like their muscle, their height, they completely forget their organs, the cardiovascular system. I'm actually gonna share my screen and show. So this was you. When was this picture taken?
Literally the first week of Adonis school.
Right. And then this is incredible. Oh my god. Like mashallah is all I can say. Look at that jawline. That's incredible. You had no jawline there, or maybe it was like hidden. And now you can see it like protruding out like a jawline of steel. How did it feel? Like other people's reaction when they saw you go through this? Did they notice this change? Were they blown away by it? Especially like girls and your friends and your family. How did they feel?
They honestly, I try to be humble, but it's like I kind of like the attention, I'm not gonna lie.
Good man.
And and it's like they're just like my family, they're always like complimenting me, saying how like my skin's looking a lot better. I just
Definitely.
look a lot healthier
Yeah.
and definitely getting like more attention from girls and shit. Like at
Fantastic.
my job, right? There's girls I work with at my workplace like all the time. And I talk to them and stuff, and they didn't really like pay attention as much. And now I'm noticing like they'll do like little things, bro. Like they'll like start playing with their hair while like looking at me and stuff, and like just like little details that like I picked up on. Like they weren't like acting like before.
Definitely. This is one of the things that I always tell young men in my masculinity calls. So if anyone watching that doesn't know, the purpose of my calls is to take men from losers into top tier 1%, like the most lethal man you can make them. And I always tell men, do not ever have any anger or frustration towards women if they don't give you attention when you're fat, lazy, or even someone that does put in some effort but isn't getting results, because why should they? If she is a genuine high quality feminine woman, then she will command that you need to be a high quality masculine man. Otherwise, she's not interested in you. So rather than bitching and moaning, take charge of your life, get things done, go find a workout program, not one that's recommended by some steroid juice heads who are trying to sell you some programs and some supplement shit. Find the type of workout that a man does like Hamza, who literally eats meat all day, fat all day, doesn't eat sugar, doesn't eat anything processed, he doesn't touch plastics at all. Someone that wants to live like our ancestors. And then you can truly allow your own like physical attraction to flourish. Because there's so many guys that I see nowadays, not just in Adonis school, but externally, who are working like 3 hours a day just because some bodybuilder told them to do it. And it's not about working hard. Well, it is, but it's also about working smart. Listen, Amaan, thank you so much, bro. This has been really insightful, and your physical transformation, especially the jawline, is incredible. Like, you literally don't even look like the same person, and to think you've done that in just a couple of months is mind-blowing. You deserve all the attention that you get from girls, 100%. I think if you continue, they're going to go head over heels for you, and I'm so happy, and I can't wait to see you like update us on how it works out for you in Adonis School.